What's going on, hustlers across the nation? This is the Gig Accountant. My name is Naz, and I'm a licensed CPA in the state of New Jersey. I'm also an accountant at a Fortune 500 company. And the topic of today's video is going to be the top 4 tools that I use in my capacity as an accountant at a Fortune 500 company. So let's get into it. Okay, so the number 1 tool that I use in my job capacity is Microsoft Excel. This is one software within the Microsoft Office suite of products. It is the tool that I use most extensively in my line of work. I use Microsoft Excel on a day-to-day basis to review, analyze, modify, dissect data, and to format it in a manner that is useful for me and useful for others to review. So this is something that is very important in what I do, and it is something that I recommend that you get familiar with. This is really entry-level stuff. This is something that you need to know about if you're going to be an accountant at a Fortune 500 company. Not only do you need to be able to interpret the data from the Excel, you're going to have to be able to get into the software. You need to know how to use the software, how to enter in the data, use the different formulas, the pivot tables, and the other macros available in order to dissect the data, to break it out in a way that is useful for you and for others to review. So Microsoft Excel is incredibly important. And you really can't be an accountant today in a large company, like a Fortune 500 company, without being familiar with Microsoft Excel. That said, there are some goals that have been laid out to move away from Microsoft Excel to try to integrate the entire review and analysis process into a single source. But so far, they have not been that successful with that. Microsoft Excel remains to be a very incredibly important tool for what we do. So become familiar with Microsoft Excel, become familiar with formulas and pivot tables at least, and also macros. You can take experiment and tinker with that for a little bit. Okay, so the next tool that is very important in what I do day to day as an accountant is the general ledger. So how I access the general ledger, there's a couple of ways that I access it. I can access it through our enterprise resource planning system, which is Oracle. I'm able to access the transactional level details from that. I'm able to access another tool that's layered in, which is called Cubus, which which is a tool, a platform that allows us to view the general ledger data by different dimensions, and we're able to sort and dissect the precise information, the precise general ledger data that we are looking into, that we are analyzing. So Cubus is another way that we access that data. And then the other way that I access the general ledger data is through the accounting system. Our accounting system is PeopleSoft. So I'm able to create queries and use other predefined queries in order to query the general ledger data, to access the general ledger information, and to review it, analyze it, and do whatever I need in order to get my work done for that. So general ledger is inherently going to be an incredibly important tool for what I do as an accountant. The next tool that I make use of on a regular basis is our Enterprise Resource Planning System, ERP system. And our ERP system, as I mentioned, is Oracle BI, Oracle Business Intelligence. And what an ERP system is, it is a system that kind of connects to all other systems from other departments. So it connects to HR software, it connects to finance, accounting software, it connects to whatever other departments that may be available, procurement if you're in a warehouse. It connects all the different softwares into a single center platform, and that is what the enterprise resource planning system is. So I use this extensively for accessing my general ledger data. I use this for transactional level details. It has predefined queries that I can use. And I'll also use it for other information. Like for instance, it will give me information about account tree rollups. How does the accounts roll up to the financial statement line accounts? It gives me information about employees, the headcount within a department. And it also gives me the chart of accounts. I can access to that. So there's a large range of tools that I'm able to access through the enterprise resource planning system. And it would behoove you to become familiar with your ERP, be it Oracle or SAP or anything else. If you're in a smaller company, you may not have an ERP system that kind of connects everything. So this wouldn't be applicable to you. But effectively, all large companies makes use of a ERP or Oracle, SAP type system. Okay, so the next system that I heavily make use of, or at least the reports, is the administrative system or data warehouse. So what the admin system, in my capacity, what it does is that it is the software that houses all customer information. It is the system that is responsible, that handles the billing, handles the collections, remittances, and it is where I need to go to if I want to access that customer level information. The reason for that is that the general ledger does not contain customer level information. So the general ledger is more of a summary, higher level basis. So if I want to drill down into that customer level information, I need to get into the data warehouse, I need to get into the admin system, and then I'm able to see the financial data at the customer level. What I use this for is, for one, I use it to drill down to the customer level information. If I need to see what's going on, why does this general ledger data not look right? What is the source of this information? And see if I can analyze it to see what is the trigger of that, what is causing the irregularity, so that I'm able to kind of like figure it out. So that's one. Two, certain admin systems that feed certain admin systems do feed the general ledger. It's all automated. I don't have to do anything about it. But we do have some admin systems that do not feed into the general ledger. So there's going to require some manual intervention on my part. So I am responsible for accessing that admin system, querying the necessary data outputs, and then posting journal entries on a month-to-month basis in order to record that on the general ledger. So I have access to that admin system. But to the other admin systems, I do not have any access to. I have to engage other folks regarding that. And sometimes these folks may not be looking at the information the same way that I'm looking at. And even though I don't have access to it, I'm going to have to educate them on how I need the information, how I need to look at it, and what may be going wrong with it. So it's really going to be to your benefit to understand the admin system, understand the data warehouse, and to really be able to go into it and to access the information that you need, or to engage your business partners and put in a request for that information that you need to access, and to be able to educate them on how you need to see it, how it needs to be done, or any fixes that needs to be implemented. So this is also a source of tremendous challenge, because since I don't have access to all the admin systems, I'm not able to look at it myself. But sometimes I have to educate my business partners on how I need to look at it, how they need to look at it, and what fixes needs to be implemented. Okay, guys, so those are the top 4 tools, software, systems that I use in my capacity as an accountant at a Fortune 500 company. Do you guys haven't used any other tools? Do you guys have any comments or thoughts about this? Feel free to leave it down below. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, guys, so that's all I got for today. You guys be safe out there, happy hustling, and have a good one, guys.